When it comes to horror games, they provide a unique form of psychological thrills. Some would say it's like an emotional roller coaster that somehow keeps gamers coming back for more.
You're goddamn right.
And with the continuing evolution of technology pushing the boundaries of horror gaming, players were blessed with a multitude of gaming pleasures. But obviously there were other titles that kickstarted the horror genre, especially in gaming. And one series in particular that needs no introduction is of course House of the Dead.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Now, the House of the Dead series of games are of course extremely popular, but for us to fully appreciate them as well as learn of their future, we need to travel back through time to the past. All the way back in the mid-90s, a period known for its arcade renaissance, developers were delivering unforgettable gaming experiences with many amazing titles, and Sega would be inspired to create a horror-themed masterpiece that would immerse players in a world of fear. This would be the very first House of the Dead, which rocked the arcade in 1996, wowing gamers both old and young.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What made the House of the Dead exceptional was its ability to create an atmosphere of dread and tension. This iconic arcade cabinet with its lightgun controllers became an integral part of the horror experience, as well as going on to become a staple of the arcade.
Nice.
Players clearly loved the first House of the Dead, and from its success, Sega would go on a horror-filled journey to create a sequel, and it was a mere 2 years later that the world of gaming would be introduced to the highly anticipated House of the Dead 2. The House of the Dead 2 retained the series' trademark of on-rail shooting gameplay. House of the Dead 2 continued the story of the first game, with many players going out of their way to put a bullet between the eyes of the zombies. Ah! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Oh! Every year that gets me. You would have thought I learnt by now. The House of the Dead 2 was even more popular than the first, and Sega recognised the potential to bring the terror of the House of the Dead series to home consoles. Players could now confront the undead on the legendary Sega Dreamcast, amplifying the series' accessibility and appeal. The branching paths, multiple endings, and collectible items added a sense of replayability when it came to House of the Dead 2, encouraging players to return to the sinister world of the undead.
Oh my.
Now of course there would be a follow-up to this amazing game, but could the third installment recapture the same magic that made the first two titles so popular?
Indeed.
The House of the Dead 3 maintained the series' tradition of challenging boss battles, clever puzzles, and intense on-rails action. However, one of the standout features of the third installment of the series was its shotgun mechanic. Unlike previous entries, players could choose between a regular shot or even a pump action shot, which added a sense of strategy when it came to the gameplay, as well as affecting your ability to deal with the endless waves of the undead. All I can say is grab the shotgun.
This is my boomstick!
House of the Dead 3 was equally as popular as the first two games, and it was from here that the fourth installment of the series would rear its ugly head. Like the previous titles that came before, House of the Dead 4 continued with a tradition of branching paths and multiple endings, ensuring that players could explore various scenarios and uncover hidden secrets. Players would work side by side, going up against some of the most formidable foes and dangerous bosses, although there would be times where even the greatest players would rage quit. Now obviously there is also House of the Dead Overkill, which felt like a B-horror movie, and there were many other titles that fitted perfectly within this genre. Maybe a topic for a future video.
That's pretty good.
Beyond the realm of gaming, the House of the Dead series has made a significant cultural impact, with it being a staple of many Halloween-themed events.
Excellent!
And while Sega may have been relatively quiet about the series in recent years, the release of House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn shows that there's still a spark of life in the franchise, with fans eagerly anticipating what the future holds for this beloved series. Regardless of what lays in the future, there's no denying that the House of the Dead series of games are highly popular with horror gaming fans, especially those that love a jump scare. Anyway, come back next time where I take a look at the Left 4 Dead series, a true experience of terror. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.